Long is widely known for famous destinations such as Trang An, Tam Kok Bich Dong, and Bai Din Pagoda. But beyond these popular attractions lies a very different kind of place. There are no busy crowds or noisy streets here. Instead, visitors are welcomed by still waters, towering limestone mountains, and the peaceful rhythm of the northern Vietnamese countryside. This is Van Long Wetland Nature Reserve, located in Gia Van Commune, Gia Vien District, Ninh Binh Province, Vietnam. Van Long is around 80 kilometers from Hanoi and approximately 20 kilometers from the center of Ninh Binh City. Its location makes it possible to visit as a day trip or combine it with other destinations in the province. One interesting fact that many visitors may not know is that Van Long is not an entirely natural wetland. In 1960, a dike more than 30 kilometers long was built along the left bank of the Day River for flood control. As the dike retained water, a vast wetland gradually began to form. According to the research documents, Van Long Lagoon covers nearly 3,000 hectares. When the wider wetland created by the flood control system is included, the total area has been recorded at up to 3,500 hectares. As water spread across the landscape, limestone formations became isolated islands surrounded by a huge flooded valley. This transformation unintentionally created a protected habitat for a wide variety of plants and animals. Today, Van Long is recognized as the largest wetland nature reserve in the Red River Delta. Its landscape brings together open water, limestone mountains, caves, and wetland vegetation. The atmosphere is quiet, wild, and noticeably different from the busier tourist destinations elsewhere in Ninh Binh. The water is usually calm with very few waves. On clear days, the limestone mountains are reflected across the surface, creating an almost perfectly symmetrical landscape. For this reason, Van Long is sometimes described as the bay without waves. The limestone ranges surrounding the wetland resemble a natural fortress. Changes in sunlight, cloud, and weather give the landscape a different character throughout the day. The signature experience at Van Long is a journey across the wetland in a small rowing boat. A typical boat trip lasts between 1 hour and an hour and a half. Because the boats are powered by hand rather than large engines, there is very little noise. This helps preserve the peaceful atmosphere of the reserve and gives visitors an opportunity to appreciate the scenery and observe wildlife without disturbing the natural environment. Van Long is surrounded by mountains with unusual names inspired by their shapes and the stories associated with them. These include Nguyen Mountain, or Inkstone Mountain, Hom Sak, meaning book chest, Da Bon, or stone table, and Meo Cow, meaning cat scratch. Other formations are known as Fairy Mountain, Standing Elephant Mountain, Gate Mountain, and Orphan Mountain. There is also a rocky peak shaped like a traditional tray of sticky rice. In local belief, this shape represents a gift from heaven and symbolizes prosperity and a life of abundance. Many of these names were inspired by the natural appearance of the mountains, while others came from stories passed down through generations. Van Long, therefore, is more than a beautiful landscape. Many of its mountains also carry a name, a local interpretation, and sometimes a legend of their own. According to the research documents, the Van Long area contains 32 beautiful caves. Several of them have tourism value, including Hang Ka, or Fish Cave, Hang Bong, Hang Rua, and Hang Chan. The most notable is Fish Cave, located at the foot of Hoang Quyen Mountain. The cave is 250 meters long, 8 meters high, and approximately 10 meters wide. Its structure is particularly unusual, with one section submerged beneath the water and another rising above it inside the mountain. The ceiling is formed by high stone arches and hanging stalactites in many different shapes. Some resemble creatures from the water, while others bring to mind animals from the forest. All of them were created through natural geological processes over a very long period of time. The name Fish Cave is also connected to an old local story. The cave was once home to large numbers of catfish, climbing perch, and snakehead fish. According to legend, someone once caught a snakehead fish weighing as much as 45 kilograms. This is said to be how the cave received its name. The limestone mountains and caves are only one part of what makes Van Long so valuable. This wetland supports thousands of plant, animal, and aquatic species. It provides a habitat for many wetland birds, including herons, egrets, wild ducks, coots, water hens, and several other species.
Con trai em lấy luôn được không?
Thôi thì quay ra là không tặng đâu.
Đang đỏ nhưng mà lúc quay ra thì chỉ bảo
À thế à, thế thôi bán cho em chỗ đấy.
Bánh bánh cho bên đây bánh này lấy năm nhé.
Cho hết cả cá, cho hết cả vào này.
hả? Cho cá vào là thối.
À thối à?
Làm phát rất dày.
Đây. Mua đây.
Mua này ngon lắm. Đẹp ấy.
The most remarkable animal found here is the Delacour's langur, a rare primate known in Vietnamese as the white-rumped or white-shorted langur. This species faces a very high risk of extinction and has been included in the global red list of threatened species. According to the research documents, scientists were especially surprised when foreign experts discovered more than 40 Delacour's langurs living in Van Long. Before that discovery, the species had mainly been associated with Cuc Phuong National Park. The limestone cliffs of Van Long provide a suitable habitat for groups of these langurs. However, seeing them in the wild depends on the time of day, weather conditions, and of course, a little good fortune. Van Long is also home to several plants and animals included in Vietnam's Red Data Book. These include broadleaved cycads, strychnine trees, chicrasia trees, Asian black bears, clouded leopards, and monitor lizards. Another remarkable creature recorded here is the giant water bug, a rare aquatic insect that was once considered close to extinction. Giant water bugs can survive only in a genuinely clean aquatic environment. Their presence is therefore one indication of the special environmental value of the Van Long wetland. Van Long is not only rich in scenery and biodiversity, it also preserves important elements of local history, culture, and spiritual belief. One notable cultural site is the Mother Goddess Temple at the foot of Meo Khao, or Cat Scratch Mountain. The mountain received its name from the long grooves running down its steep limestone cliffs. To local people, these marks resemble the scratches left by the claws of a giant cat. The temple honors the mother of the 4 female generals known as the Hong Nuong sisters. Their story comes from a mysterious local legend passed down through many generations. According to the legend, during the period of Eastern Han rule in Vietnam, there lived a young woman from the Mai family who was commonly known as Dai. When Dai was 18 and still unmarried, her father died. Less than a year later, her mother also passed away. Left alone, Dai survived by collecting firewood in the forest. One summer day, while gathering wood near Meo Khao Mountain, she rested on a large rock and fell asleep. She suddenly awoke to the roar of a tiger and saw a black tiger approaching from the north. Terrified, Dai lost consciousness. When she awoke, the tiger had disappeared, and the air around her was filled with a mysterious fragrance. After this strange encounter, Dai became pregnant for more than a year. On the 15th day of the 10th lunar month in the year known as Nam Ngo, she gave birth to 4 daughters. Believing the event to be unnatural, Dai carried the 4 children into the mountain and then passed away. According to the legend, the black tiger carried her body to the top of the mountain and buried her there. It then raised the 4 children, feeding them with flower nectar and fruit juice. 4 years later, the tiger brought the girls to the home of their maternal uncle, Dien Cong Bin, who took responsibility for raising them. All 4 girls were given the name Hong. As they grew older, the 4 Hong sisters became known not only for their extraordinary beauty, but also for their unusual strength. When they reached the age of 34, To Din became the governor of Jiaoqi and imposed a cruel rule over the region. The 4 sisters gathered a resistance force and fought against the Han army. They were later honored as military generals. After returning to their homeland, the 4 generals built a temple for their mother at the foot of Meo Khao Mountain. The 4 Hong Nuong generals are said to have later passed away on the summit of Bon Mountain. A temple dedicated to the 4 Hong Nuong sisters can still be found there today. This legend gives Van Long a cultural and spiritual depth that extends far beyond its natural scenery. Van Long's wild landscape has also reached an international audience. With its dramatic limestone mountains, open water, and remarkable biodiversity, the reserve was selected as one of the main filming locations for the Hollywood blockbuster Kong: Skull Island. Its rugged peaks and seemingly untouched environment helped create the film's remote and mysterious prehistoric world. Van Long can be visited throughout the year, but each season offers a different experience. From May to June, lotus flowers bloom across the wetland, adding bright green leaves and soft pink blossoms to the landscape. From November to April, conditions are especially suitable for bird watching. Late afternoon may offer opportunities to see flocks of birds returning to the wetland and with some luck, Delacour's langurs moving along the limestone cliffs. A complete visit can usually be arranged within a single day, making Van Long a suitable destination for a peaceful weekend trip. Visitors can also explore the local cuisine of Ninh Binh, including crispy rice, raw fish salad, rice noodles with freshwater perch, and eel glass noodles. Van Long is not a destination for those looking for nightlife or busy entertainment. It is better suited to travelers who appreciate nature, quiet surroundings, and the cultural stories hidden behind a landscape. A flood control project built in 1960 gradually became a vast wetland where limestone islands now provide shelter for rare wildlife. A mountain marked by unusual grooves became the setting for the legend of Dai and the four Hong Nuong generals. And a quiet lagoon in Jiavian district became both a Hollywood filming location and an important destination for travelers interested in nature and local culture. Perhaps the most memorable quality of Van Long is not any single mountain, cave, or animal. It is the sense of peace created by the entire landscape. Still water, limestone mountains reflected across the wetland, and old stories that continue to be passed from one generation to the next. Together, they make Van Long one of Ninh Binh most peaceful, unspoiled, and culturally meaningful destinations. If you enjoy discovering lesser-known places and learning about the history and culture behind them, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support will help us continue sharing the hidden beauty of Vietnam with travelers around the world. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again at our next destination.